Hello, classy people. Wayne Bolden. Hope you're having a great start of the work week for sure. It's Tuesday morning. And as always, please turn your closed captions on. Remember to subscribe, ring the bell, do those things to support us here. And remember, our all stakes tip sheet for this weekend, the 4th of February, will be available by emailing me at speedking24@yahoo.com. And of course, you can text us 732-804-0637. They're $15. We do all the stake races, or most of them, covering 4 or 5 tracks. Great turnout so far. And let me just start right in. What are we doing here? I mean, this is ridiculous. A Derby prep race out at Santa Anita on Saturday is race number 3, the Robert B. Lewis Grade 3 Stakes, a mile and 16 for $200,000 for 3-year-old. It's point laden for the Derby. 20 points, 8 points, 6 points, 4 points, 2 points. So, it's a 50-point deal here. And the third race, the Robert B. Lewis in Santa Anita, is 4 horses. 4 horses in a Derby prep race. And guess what? Bob Baffert trains all 4 of them. What are we doing here? How is this attractive to anything? We got casinos going up all over the world and all over the country, and sports betting, right? It's just taking over everything. How do we attract new people with a 4-horse field, and it's all by the same trainer, and 2 of the horses are by the same owner? It's just mind-boggling who runs this sport at these various racetracks. I've been working in corporate America for 40 years. I've owned 3 or 4 of my own businesses. And I know the demand for product and service is attraction and the need. There's nothing attractive about it. But it is a Derby prep race, so we'll look at it and we'll do it. The Robert B. Lewis, Grade 3, a mile and a 16, 200,000, 3-year-olds and up. Of course, they're Derby dreaming, right? But Bob Baffert can't be in the Derby. He can't be in the Derby. Right? With the stuff that's going on, I don't think he's able until next year or the following year. But anyway, let's take a look at the entries of 4. And Arabian Lion. Well, the number 1 horse, Arabian Lion, has 1 win from 3 starts and 1 second by Justified on the back end by Distorted Humor. Baffert's doing the training, of course. And Zandon is the racing owners of this particular horse. Johnny V's in town, so you kind of think that this might be the best of the Bob Baffert because he has his boy Johnny V up. Well, Arabian Lion has a great bloodline rating for sure by Justified and Distorted Humor. And of course, Justified was a Triple Crown winner with an asterisk by it, if you ask me. But this horse ran in the Los Alamitos Futurity on December 17th and finished 5th by 12. The only win that this horse has to his credit is a maiden race, right? But the horse is bred beautifully. He's 2 races away from his maiden win, now going a mile and 16 for the second time. So I guess he's in with a shot. The number 2 horse, probably the horse they all have to beat, is Newgate. Well, Newgate only has 1 win as well from 5 starts and 2 seconds. By Into Mischief on the back end by Majestic Warrior. Bob Baffert is doing the conditioning once again. You got the old man and the old legend, the world famous, probably the most famous jockey in the world, Frankie Dettori up for sure. Well, I tell you, Newgate owns the best speed figures, or one of the best speed figures of the 4 in here. He comes out of the Sham Grade 3 at Santa Anita, finished second to a net by Reincarnate by a neck last time, back in 27 days. I think this might be, of the 4, the one to beat for sure. And Worcester. Well, Worcester, the number 3 horse, is still a maiden, right? Only 1 second from 2 starts. But the horse is bred impeccably by Empire Maker, who was trained by the late, great, my favorite trainer of all times, Bobby Franco, on the back end by Super Saver, who won the Derby, right? I think Todd Pletcher was the trainer there. So the number 3 horse, still a maiden, Worcester, but is bred very beautifully. And it's the same owner, SF Racing and Starlight Racing of Newgate. So the Newgate and Worcester are the same owners for sure here. Bob Baffert. This horse probably will sit in a pretty good position, probably last and probably get the first jump on all of them for sure. or the last jump. And the last horse in the race is hard to figure. That, go say that again. This is very hard to figure. The Robert B. Lewis, that we couldn't get more than 4 horses, particularly by one trainer in the race. Hard to figure. The number 4 has 1 win from 4 starts and 2/3 for sure. Bred okay. He's by heart, spun on the back end by Mr. Greeley, which says speed, right? Mr. Greeley was a great sprinter, I believe. Yo, folks can correct me on that. Again, Bafford's doing the conditioning. Vasquez is in the arms. This horse is making his 3-year-old debut off of a 76-day layoff. Coming out of the Bob Hope Grade 3 back there on November 20th. Newgate, the number 2 horse, has already beat him, and soundly, right, by 13 limbs. So this may be the worst of the 4 in here, but once again, this is the speed of the race, and the horse is stretching out another 1/16 of a mile. Had ran a mile before, so there you go. So there's your Robert B. Lewis. Who am I picking? I'm not picking none of them, right? I have no opinion in the race. Like I said, I think Newgate, the number 2, is probably the horse to beat of them all. So I guess that would be the deal, right? That would be the pick for us if we had one. Obviously, I'm not betting the race, and my suggestion to you is not to bet it. We're covering the race because it is a Derby prep. So, Robert B. Lewis, Grade 3, Derby, 20 points, 8 points, 6 points, 4 points, 2 points. Race number 3, that's right, at Santa Anita on Saturday. Somebody's Derby dreaming. It won't be Baffert training on them in a Derby, that's for sure. Okay, so there it is. I don't know what we're doing here. It to me, as a racing fan, not as a handicapper or none of that, because I'm a fan first, it's disgraceful. Okay, no sir, I don't like it. For sure. So, there's your Robert B. I guess they would have to beat Newgate. I'm not wagering on the race for sure. Thank you. Tell me what you think. Disgraceful. Whoever's running this sport, for sure.